Hello, we are doing Scorpio. Hello, Scorpio. All right. Scorpio, this is your alignment message for the month of June. Let's find out what you guys are currently aligning to. We're going to look at love as well, and then we'll find out what will bring you into the best paradigm shift for the month of June. All right, let's go ahead and see what my beautiful Scorpios have in store. Listen, whenever my face itches, it means pay attention to the messages. Now, of course, you know, align to the messages that you would like to align to and leave what doesn't. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio. Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, finally. You got Temperance here, so Sag may be important. You have the Three of Swords, the Death card, your card, and the Page of Swords. We've got the Chariot, the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Queen of Rods with the Seven of Cups and the Three of Cups. All right, I'm going to, okay. For some of you, if you have Taurus in your chart, you're meant to go watch the Taurus reading. Listen, there's an energy here of being forthright with information. Source is saying that it's time for you to be honest for honesty's sake. It is time for you to recognize that what isn't expressed is felt, right? Energetically, Source saying to me, there's something here of a misalignment in regards to doing things out of obligation instead of actually a feeling of authentic desire. And Source is like, whenever we have too many of those, we have too many obligatory things that we decide to do, we then start becoming, for lack of a better way of saying it, grumpy, right? So Source is saying to me, where in your life do you feel as if you've done too many obligatory things? And Source is like, once you start speaking how you actually feel about a situation, right? Once you get that tingly feeling of like, I don't really want to do this, but it's expected of me. When you get that first tingle of that feeling, you should express it authentically from how you are feeling, not what the other person expects from you, but what your true feeling is about said appointment that you really don't want to sign up for. There's an energy of June asking you to really take stock of why in your life you feel so overt to doing any specific thing. And is it because it's expected of you, right? So Source is like, compute in your mind where you feel a repulsion, something that makes you feel like, no, I don't want to do that. And then take the additional question of, why is it that I am so off-put about doing said thing? And Source is saying to me, a lot of those things may stem from obligation. And if you simply state your preference to the people that you feel obligated to regarding that, like, hey, you know, I will work weekends, but not all weekends. Or, hey, I'll go on this Sunday dinner with you, but I can't do all Sunday dinners. I'm just giving you examples because there's something in your life in which you are just like either making excuses or not being completely, or you're overt to, and you've made a rule about, like, I will never go skydiving, and it's because you have a fear of flying and you don't want to fall out of a plane. Well, stating your truth in regards to, it's not that you're not adventurous, because you're adventurous in different ways. It's like, if it feels like an obligation, I see my Scorpios literally making a rule that they'll never do that. And Source is like, you're missing out in the part of yourself that really isn't speaking your preference. I will do that if we leave by 3. I will do that if I make sure that I trust the person that we're going to do this with. You see what I'm saying? Source is like, stop kind of making a blanket statement, because each circumstance and situation depends on the circumstances. And source is like, that will free you, dear Scorpio, in love, in money, in adventure. And what must transform for you is this black and white way of looking at circumstances, because you're not looking at the deeper message of what it's asking you to be clear about and honest with yourself about, so that you can convey and communicate a different way of relating with others. All right, let's go ahead and look at love for my Scorpio. Scorpio, love. Love. Okay. Wow, you have love here. You have the Ace of Cups, literally outpouring of your love. Then you have the 10 of Cups. Like, these two cards are the most amazing cards in regards to fulfillment and happiness. And Source is like saying, when you honor your heart, when you honor how you actually feel, how you truly feel, and just communicate it from there. Like, this is how I'm feeling about whatever it is that you're feeling. Others will meet you there, i.e. they'll want to honor your heart. And Source saying the new chapter of your life of really being met at your depth requires you to be vulnerable about your fears. And that is what Source is telling me. And you have such a deep level of connecting once you speak from that place by the end of June, that it's so beautiful. I can't even, I mean, that's why you have the Death card here. The Death card is here so that you transform the way you relate with the things that you've created boundaries around, so that you can be honest about what will allow you to free yourself from set boundaries, because you are old enough now to trust yourself in being an advocate for yourself. All right, let's go ahead and see what will bring you into alignment. I mean, I think just being authentically honest with yourself is that, but let's see what Source says will bring you into that alignment. Step away from stories that have happened before. Step away from thinking that other people aren't going to be open to you stating your authentic truth, or disappointed. Source is saying to me, be okay with disappointing others, because you're not meant to make it comfortable for others always. And I mean, I think Scorpio knows that, but some of you guys may feel like, well, I can't say that because it's going to disappoint my partner. Well, tell them, I haven't been, honest with you fully because I've been scared of disappointing you, but this is how I actually feel. And Source is saying it's time to ground yourself. It's time to spend some time in Gaia in some way. Create a meditative force in order for you to spend time in Gaia means Mother Earth. So somehow find yourself spending time in Mother Earth to create this alignment to your heart. The healing can only happen if you come back to yourself. And it sometimes needs to be expanded by relating with Gaia, which feels like this beautiful expression of something larger than you that has purpose, right? So what will bring you into alignment is some kind of ritual in regards to meeting with yourself, your stillness, and your true voice within, so that you can communicate it honestly to others. I hope this helped you. Source really wants you to feel in alignment and in your most authentic, vulnerable place, so that you can feel the love that is always available to you, that you don't feel because you don't feel like you're honoring truly your authentic voice. All right, my dear Scorpio, I'm Nettie. I guide. If you want to claim this message, make sure you like it, and I will see you on the next one.